Hi, everybody. This is the Game Detectives, your favorite friends in the entire world, and possibly your only friends.
We're trying out something a little bit different. It's a new type of series. We want to experiment with a little more unscripted content. And, I mean, we do a lot of the game stuff, obviously, but we wanted to try something where we do TV shows. And I think the sort of idea I had was, when I think about TV shows, I usually look at it as, like, the entire whole of the show. Mm-hmm. What this did, what was good, what was bad. But I thought it might be interesting if we do sort of short-form little, I guess, vlogs.
Little tidbits.
We would call this.
Yeah.
Of each episode of a show.
Yeah.
We have Arrested Development up right now. That's going to change, though. We're doing Avatar: The Last Airbender first.
Because I've only seen a couple episodes of it, like in the Earth book. But besides that, I've never watched it, but I've been meaning to.
That's sort of the other idea we want to do, is each show we're watching, at least in this beginning, is going to be something I've seen all the way through and something David hasn't seen. Mm-hmm. So we can sort of compare that episode-by-episode perspective on both fronts.
Yeah, Venn diagram, all that stuff.
And sort of as an introductory thing, before we even start, David, what are you hoping to sort of accomplish or get out of this watching through?
Well, one, I want people to look at my face more. Because it's just beautiful. But two, no, actually, what I want is... I just like the idea of going freeform, and I feel like a lot of times when I try to convey ideas when I'm writing them, it's a lot harder than when I speak. Because how I learn and how I kind of process my thoughts is through talking. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes I feel like there's a different kind of mindset of when you talk about something versus when you write about it. And I think watching TV episodes where it's like 20 minutes, and then we can do like a quick 5-minute recap.
Yeah, so we're going to try and keep it under 5 and 6 minutes.
Obviously, we can't do it with like a video game because then that'd be like a podcast length kind of thing.
And I mean, the whole format is very flexible. This decoration isn't much, but it's also flexible. We haven't even thought of a name yet, but we'll get there. What I'm thinking of, before we end, I want you to respond to is what I'm trying to get out of specifically watching The Last Airbender. Now, this is a show I watched earlier this year in about January for the first time all the way through. And I really, really enjoyed it. I think there's a lot of very interesting and important things with this show. However, I think it's one of those shows where it has a good number of poor episodes. It has filler episodes and ones that don't really add anything entertaining or sort of story, lore, or character-wise. Mm-hmm. And since this is a very sort of Eastern-based, story-driven show, and also character-driven, I want to be able to look at these episodes under a critical eye. I think, especially in the beginning, which we'll see in these first episodes, the show either didn't exactly have its full confidence, or it had a little more creative control under Nickelodeon, since they weren't like, oh, we don't know, this is something new and different we haven't done before, we want more control over it. And I want to be able to look at that on an episode-by-episode basis.
Yeah. I think part of what makes TV a little different than other medium is, just like we were talking about the beginning, is it's so controlled by so many different things.
Yeah, pilots. Pilots are usually made like a year before you even do the show proper.
Yeah, so they're still testing the waters. I think I've seen the pilot. I saw it a couple of years ago. I thought it was fine. It's not bad.
I think the first 3 episodes are what constitute as the pilot, if I'm not mistaken.
So I'm excited to watch this. I think it's a really important show in terms of just like kids TV in general. Nickelodeon before then was kind of known for its more the SpongeBob's and the Ed
Ren and Stimpy's, Ed and Eddie's Cartoon Network. So.
Whatever. But I mean, TV shows like that,
not very story driven, not very serious, not very
just kind of. And I don't want to say
bad. No.
Not bad, but I don't want to say like weird, but like kind of out there and not very,
surreal.
Yeah, just not very like grounded.
And this sounds kind of, I don't know, pretentious, but I would say also not as intellectual.
Definitely not.
And that's not a bad thing. I really like a lot of
classic
intellectual. I like a lot of classic Nickelodeon shows.
I love Rugrats. I do.
Rugrats is. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan.
I just like it when I hear the diaper squeak. Like that's just my favorite sound in the world. So.
Okay. So that's what we're going into here, and I don't know. I'm just excited to give this a shot. I mean, whoever we know will watch this, give us some opinions, what you think.
So Matt Starr, give us some opinions.
We're gonna do. I think the whole book 1 of Avatar, and then one other show, and then that'll be sort of our demo period to see if this works.
Yeah.
And then we'll take it from there.
I'm excited. And plus we get to throw in a little more banter, throw in a couple more jokes than we usually do.
Yeah.
So.
I just want to sit and watch TV, and David's the only friend who will hang out with me, so by making him do a show, I can actually sort of force him to do that.
Well, the problem is that I'm always at the top of his Facebook Messenger, and he's just too lazy to scroll down. Like that's the only reason why we hang out is because it's like, well, David's at the top, so that's what I gotta do.
So I guess we're gonna get into it now. Book 1, Water, and we're gonna. I want to make sure to look at the episode names because I feel like that's actually an important thing.
I think so too.
And I think we're both gonna be taking notes doing it, which I don't know what that's gonna add, but
I'm gonna be eating a Jimmy John's sandwich.
All right, so this is
Sprouts.
episode 0. We'll check you out again in the first episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
If you have any ideas as to what we should call this,
Yeah, we don't have a name yet.
Yeah, we don't have a name. We can't really think of anything.
My first suggestion was boob tubes, and David wasn't crazy about that one.
It's just not really what I'm gunning for. It's not feeling it.
The branding isn't all there. No.
You know, the word tubes. I don't know if I like that word. So if you have any ideas, leave it down in the comments. We probably won't take any of them. But you know what?
And we've rambled on enough, but this whole thing is going to be kind of rambly. That's sort of the point.
It's going to be rambles and brambles and all kind of shambles, that's for sure.
And like usual, we don't really know how to end it, so I think we're just going to stop around here. We'll figure that out a little bit better.
Yeah, so just